Welcome, Commanders, to the very first official Elite Dangerous Twitch livestream. I'm your host, Mark Boss, Community Manager at Frontier. And with me, I've got Adam Woods, one of the producers on Elite Dangerous. Adam, say hi. Say hi, Adam.
Hello, everyone.
There
How
he
are
is.
we all doing this evening? Hope we're good.
Now, Adam's going to go through some of the single-player combat scenarios. And as he's doing that, I'll be throwing some of your questions at him. Just want to say a huge thanks to all those that sent their questions in. I really appreciate it. So yeah, Adam, you ready?
Yep.
Let's do this.
Let's go. Okay, so as Mark said, we're going to be going through the single-player missions that we released to you guys early on. I'm going to miss out the waste disposal one, the training level, because we don't need to see that tonight. I'm going to head straight into the first encounter with an AI ship, one of the other Sidewinders, and then we'll go through all the other missions as I complete them. Hopefully I'll be able to complete them as I get the questions thrown at me, and maybe we should have a bet as how many times I'm going to crash.
Yeah. Well, ideally, my plan is basically to time this so that when I give you the questions, you're in the middle of combat, and we can just basically get you to crash.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Sounds about right.
Okay, cool. So let's get to it.
Okay, so let's go straight into first kill while this is loading up. So this is the first time that the backers found any or came across any of the AI that we're going to have in the game. It's just another Sidewinder ship similar to the one that we're in. He's not aggressive to begin with. He's just neutral. He's just flying around in the asteroid field out there. Our ship's outfitted with 2 pulse lasers, so they're gonna drain quite a bit of power. They're gonna expel quite a bit of heat, make us quite visible on other people's scanners. So you can see here he's just flying around, minding his own business. But we don't want that. We're going to take him down. This is what our mission is. So as soon as we start attacking him,
Nice.
he becomes red and starts to do some evasive manoeuvres, trying to get away from us. But we're not going to let that happen either. Throttle back slightly to keep him in our sights. There we are. This guy hasn't got a shield generator, so I'm attacking his hull directly without having to work my way through any of his shields. So he makes it a little bit easier for me. You can see my guns are heating up quite a lot. This is where power management comes in. So on your ship you have 3 items of powering that you need to worry about: systems, engines and weapons. Lasers recharge a lot quicker if you divert all power to them, but at the cost of systems and your shields, and engines being max speed and turn rate, etc. So we dispatched him quite quickly.
That was too quick. I didn't
A
even
little bit.
get to throw a question in. I do
I
have a
think so.
question for you
Yep.
right now, actually. Quite a few people on Twitch are asking what controller you're using.
I'm using the Cytec X52, not the Pro,
Nice.
just the 52. It's a
Cool.
beautiful flight stick, really nice. Yeah, one of my personal stick of choice, I think.
Cool, okay. So what have you got next for us?
So we're going to go straight on to the next one, which is Sidewinder Face-Off. So it's another Sidewinder. This time he's aggressive from the very beginning, and he has a shield generator, and he knows a bit more about his ship and his way of using power management. So it's going to be a bit trickier. I'm going to divert some power to my shields and weapons straight away.
Okay.
Here he comes. He's going to come straight in, and we're going to go straight for a joust. I'm going to try and work my way through some of his shields. Let's boost so he hasn't got a clear line of sight on me. Use a bit of lateral thrusting to get around quicker. There we are. He's back in our sights.
Would now be a good time to throw a question your way.
Absolutely. Let's do it. Let's
Okay,
go.
so we got a question in from Facebook from Joao Figueiredo. I really apologise, by the way, if I'm pronouncing your name wrong. Will the universe be restarted before the official launch, or will it go on using player status accumulated during beta?
Good question. Thank you for that. It will be reset. Yep. I think some of the alpha backers have already experienced a wipe previously. There will be more upcoming, but as always, we will let you guys know when we're planning on doing one, so that you're not shocked into what the hell just happened and where all your saves have gone and shit. But of course, as I think everyone understands, it's part and parcel of development of the game.
Cool. Thanks for your question, Joao.
There we are. So his shields have just come back. Sorry, just back into the combat here. His shields are up. I took them down, and I got his hull down to 12%.
Still,
his shields have come back up again.
Still haven't got you to crash though.
No, 9%. Ooh, close.
That was close.
That was close.
Okay,
Just
another
figuring
question
out.
from Facebook.
Yep.
Matty Eastwood. He asks, what classes of ship will be available to pilots?
Lots of different classes. Again, very good question. Thanks for that. They range from things like what we've got now, which is the Sidewinder, which is a kind of multi-role ship where you can do some combat, you can do some trading. It's limited because it hasn't got a great big cargo hold.
Yeah.
Then we have things like which are more towards the cargo and trading side of things, such as the Anaconda, which I think some of you guys have seen already, and like the future ones like Lakon Type 9s. And then we have the luxurious passenger liners as well, like the Dolphin and the Orca. So quite a few different classes, and
Cool.
I think something for everyone to decide on and pick your favourite depending on what you want to do.
Okay. Roll on the next one.
Yep, let's go. So the next one, Recon Wing. This is me against a Cobra, if I remember rightly.
Commander Alexander, sorry, I've just got to get this in, but Commander Alexander from Twitch is asking for me to tickle you whilst you play.
That's not fair.
As a good distraction.
I'd rather not.
That will not be
Recon Wing. This isn't the Sidewinder, of course. This is the 3 Federal Fighters. So this is another class of ship that aren't available to the player, but that are very nimble, very light, very quick. And there's 3 of them. So this is 4 of them. Sorry, this is the first time that I come across multiple enemies. So far it's been 1-on-1, but now it's 4-on-1. I have to be very quick, and this is a scenario that really takes a lot of power management. I have to make sure that I'm watching what's going on. I've got a burst laser and a seeking missile, so the idea is my tactic is to take their shields down with the burst laser, get missile tone, fire 3 missiles at them, and then forget about them, because that should be enough to take them out and move on to the next guy.
Okay, I've got a question from Twitter.
Yeah.
From Graham Lennox at CarHack. Oh, that was close. Okay, so his question is, will multiplayer allow for any DayZ-style unorthodox play interactions / behaviour, rather than just vanilla-style death matches?
Good question, and this might be one that I crash on. Good question. Yes, absolutely. The vanilla scenarios you're referring to in the multiplayer at the moment are there just for testing purposes, but as true to Elite in previous games, it's up to you how the game plays out and how what you want to do, really. So absolutely, yeah.
Awesome.
That's exactly what it would be like. 100 credits, starting ship, and go and explore. Go and see what you can do. Let's put some power to the weapons.
Great.
Got shields down. Here
got
we
a question from the forums.
Yep.
From Crolin. What do you see as being the biggest challenge to date for the full release?
This scenario whilst answering questions. That would be networking. Networking has been it's been a challenge. We've done some really good work on it, and we're continuing to do lots of improvements as we roll out the latest builds. But that's definitely been the biggest challenge so far. Yeah.
Okay.
Last guy, last 3 missiles. Let's see him go down in a blaze of glory.
I'm going to try and get one more question in, just as you've done that.
Yeah.
It's from the forums again. Darren Gray. Who's the best pilot in the office, and what's their favourite loadout?
Well, I think we can all see so far that would be me.
That's. I'd like to throw my name in that hat.
On a serious note, I think the designers and the QA guys are probably the best groups, because the designers obviously are playing it quite a lot, and the QA guys are playing it quite a lot as well.
Yeah.
So I don't like to go up against any of them too much.
Yeah, they obviously get a lot of hands-on time.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Let's go on to the next bit.
Yeah. So Wolfpack Tactics. So this is the first time you come across a Cobra, quite a heavily armed Cobra. And you have a wingman with you as well, because you're loaded out with just 2 multi-cannons, which aren't that great against shields. Lasers are very good against shields, and multi-cannons with munitions are very good against hull. So we have our wingman, who will jump in just to the side of me in a second. There he is. You can see him on the green blob on the scanner. And we're going up against one of the Cobras, which is just floating around here. Here he comes. So let's deploy our weapons. Let's put some power to my systems, because I want my shields to stay up as long as they can, because this guy's can be quite tricky. Now with the munitions that I've got in here, unlike lasers, they're not direct impact, so I have to be careful and watch what the enemy's doing and lead him if need be, if he's trying to get out of the way. Like that, you'll see that one of the target reticules on the enemy are placed slightly in front of him, and that's given me an idea of where I need to point my weapons to eventually attack him. So he's trying to get away from us at the moment. We're doing quite well. Shields are almost down.
Okay, got another question for you from the forums again. This one's from Stu2. Hi, Stu. Can you get through the scenarios without the backwards flying tactic? There have been a lot of discussion over this tactic. My take is whatever works. Care to share yours with us?
Yeah, my view, like yours, Stu, is very much that whatever's good for you, that's how it should be. That's what Elite's about. It's a big sandbox, a big open world. I personally don't do any backwards flying, as you've seen so far on the scenarios. I've only done forwards flying. I haven't done any turreting or anything like that. So yes, it is completable via just forward fighting and no reverse flying. Oh, we almost had him there, 8%, and his shields just come back up. Let's just work him down again.
Okay, back to Facebook.
Boom.
Thomas Peterson. He asks, when the game is released, will you add content on the run, like new ships, stations, in patches, or will new content come in separate expansion packs?
So, yeah, it'll be a mix.
Okay.
After the initial release, there'll be sort of continuous support. We're not going to leave the game dead in the water, or just there. It'll be continuous updates. But then we'll also be adding the bigger expansion packs like planetary landings, etc. But then there's always scope for maybe smaller content updates as well. So yeah, we haven't fully decided the rollout for that yet, but it should be a mixture of all types of things.
Great, cool. What have you got next for us then?
Predator and Prey. So
Nice.
This is introducing the stealth mechanic that we have in the game. So in space, it's all about heat. That's how the scanner works. And there's a Cobra. I'm trying to take out 3.
My personal favourite?
Yeah, it's my personal favourite ship as well. I'm trying to take out 3 Federal fighters without alerting the Cobra to my whereabouts, because he's pretty heavily armed and I don't really want to mess with him. So if I can, I'm just going to use the multi-cannon. That doesn't give out a lot of heat. I have got a beam laser, but I'd try and steer clear of using that, because that generates a lot of heat and that's going to get the Cobra on my 6 pretty quickly. The other thing I can do is toggle for silent running, which means I close all my vents down on the exterior of my ship, which keeps all the heat inside, not expelling anything. However, that will eventually damage my ship, because obviously the ship, like a car, if it overheats, it's not good. So I'll eventually need to... Oh, he's already... No, yeah, he's got me. Right, let's go into full combat mode.
Perfect timing for a question.
Oh no, my shields are down from silent running. That's one of the trade-offs for silent running. You have to turn your shields off to really clamp down heat, but that means that when you come back out of it, you need to recharge them. Question time.
Okay, here we go. Tom Sargent from Facebook. Will players experience randomized in-flight turbulence, such as solar flare activity or general buffering, to add a bit of unpredictability to an otherwise smooth flight throughout the cosmos?
Absolutely, there's certainly scope for that. We haven't thought in any depth about it just yet, but as you say, there's a lot of activity that can't be seen by the eye in space, solar flares, and things like that, which would lend itself to quite nice realism in terms of buffering and turbulence. So yeah, it's something we could look into and potentially add at a later date.
Fantastic.
Just having a look, this guy's a bit slippery, he's getting away from me. He knows his shields are down, so he's boosted away. Okay, my shields are up, so I'm going to put a bit more power to my engine so I can get over to him. He's coming back. Uh-oh.
He's on you.
Yeah, his shields are back online. See, that's where these sort of situations are really where power management comes into its own. I'm having to continually divert power between my systems, my engines and weapons, because all things require a lot of power at times. Right, beam laser. Let's try and get his shields are down. Oh, he's trying to pull away. His hull's at 64%. Let's use a bit more beam laser. Let's lead in with the multi-cannons.
Another question for you this time from the forums. This is from Lord Samler. Will the list of tradable goods be the same as in FFE, or will it be much more tradable goods? I think he means will they be more?
Yeah, so FFE list of trading goods was the inspiration to what our trading goods will be in Dangerous, but it's evolved since then, and yeah, so it's inspired by FFE, but it's evolved into its own list in its own right. Right, let's go back to the starting point and see if I can find the other two Fed fighters, which I need to take out. I got rid of the Cobra, finally. It was a bit risky. I wasn't quite expecting that, but let's get rid of the other Fed fighters. I don't need to worry about shields now. I've got full shields, so I'm diverting all power to engines and weapons. Let's see where this Fed fighter is. Let's boost over. I can see him on my scanner now. That Cobra took us quite a distance away from them.
There's lots of places to hide as well.
Yeah, it was a good tactic to get me away. There we are, we can see one of the Fed fighters now. So, get into target range. Here we go.
Okay, Facebook question from Sven Halberg. He asked, what is your current stance on larger player organisations, beyond small groups of close friends?
I don't think there's a particular... I mean, personally, I don't have a particular stance against them. I think that the game itself is obviously... It's kind of up to you how you want to play it. So if you want to start banding up and creating groups, then great, go for it. We've already seen in one of the multiplayer scenarios that's out at the moment, miners in an asteroid belt. We've already seen a lot of bounty hunters kind of forming up.
Yes.
We
all remember Commander Snuffler.
forming bounty posses.
Yeah.
So I think that kind of thing will be emergent, and that's really exciting.
Yeah.
It adds to the richness of the game. One more Fed fighter to go. 78% hull. He's a bit slippery because they're quite manoeuvrable, but throttling back gives me a tighter turn circle. It's not good to be on full throttle all the time. That's not the way combat goes. Come here, you little slimy. Let's beam laser him. There we go. That hit him.
Okay, another question here from Facebook, Matthew Johnson. At a guess, what percentage of the game content have we seen so far, excluding the Galaxy, of course?
Oh, that's a hard question.
Yeah.
Very little. It's barely percentage-wise. You know, you've only seen 2 ships so far that are playable. You've seen a handful of other AI ships. You've seen a handful of planets. There's a lot more to come. There's a lot more to come.
Cool, cool.
So yeah, keep your eyes peeled. We've got a lot more to come for you guys.
Awesome. Just to reply quickly to Crash Landed on Twitch, we will be this will be recorded. It should be available on our past podcasts, and we might be uploading it as well to YouTube. Okay.
Awesome.
Cool. All right. What have we got next up?
Next one up is Supply Strike. So this is the first time you come across an Anaconda, which is one of the ships I was talking about earlier. It's a big ship, one of the biggest ones that you as players will be able to pilot. The idea here is that we've got the Anaconda that's got some cargo that we want to get hold of. It's got 4 escorts, but we've also got 2 wingmen as well. We're loaded up with a missile rack, but not heat-seeking this time, and a beam laser. And the guys, when they jump in, the escort, the Supply Strike, they're neutral, they're not enemies, they're not going to attack us, so we can take our time working our way over to them and position for a very good spot to attack the Anaconda. I've been reading quite a few different tactics of how you guys have been taking this one on. I personally like to nip in behind the Anaconda itself and go straight for the gold, and not worry about the escorts. A lot of people take out the escorts first and then go after the Anaconda. I let the wingmen take care of them, and I just go after the big guy. So I just sneak up behind him, open up the beam lasers, and start firing, unleashing hell on him. Oh, we've got some turret fire here, but it's okay if we can try and keep, much like a pirate ship, he's got a broadside. You want to try and keep clear of those ones, because that's when he can unleash all kinds of devastation upon you. Another good tactic is to try and use your beam laser. See, he's trying to turn to get me on his broadside now, drip down below him. Another good tactic is to take the shields down, as I was saying earlier. Beam laser weapons are very good at taking shields out, so I'm not going to worry about wasting my missiles on his shields at the moment. I'm going to try and keep moving. Oh, beam laser, his beam laser's coming up. Crikey's talking and flying is hard work.
We could have our first death.
His shields are offline, so that's good, but so are mine. Power management, so get some weapons going. I've got missiles. Oh, we need to see. You can see as soon as I go up to the top, his beam laser comes online. He can get me with it. This is close. 15% hull. Are we going to see my first death? 8%. Oh!
I didn't even ask a question. That was just.
Yeah, that was just the stress of taking out the guy.
Okay.
Right.
Well,
we're going to try that one again.
yeah. Whilst
We can
reloads that back up.
Yep.
How about another question for you from the forums? This one is from Storm Pruter, probably the best name yet that I've come across on this list. Are there any plans to add some form of spaceship racing events and features into the game further down the line?
The joy of Elite is that you could do that yourselves, really. I mean, you know, if you want to organise a bunch of guys to start off in a certain location and then try to get to another location, so be it. Go ahead and, you know, organise that sort of thing. That's the beauty of Elite. It's up to you what you guys get out of the game and how you want to play it. So yeah, absolutely. I'd also partake in a race.
Great.
Yeah,
Great.
I'd be
Cool.
up for
Okay.
that.
You ready to go back in?
Yeah, I'm
Okay.
ready to go. Take two.
Here we go. Good luck.
This time. So let's do a bit more preparation. Let's get my shields at full pips. Let's not worry about my engines for now. Let's we'll take it easy getting across there. Yeah, we'll do it this time though, I'm sure. Sure, let's boost over. Let's get this guy over and done with. Let's deploy the weapons.
Quite a few people on Twitch are saying fail.
I know. I was supposed to be the producer on the game as well, and I couldn't even get past it on the first go. Right, here we go. Let's do this. Let's tuck in behind him again. I'm not gonna change my strategy. Let's open up beam lasers. Let's take his shields out. I haven't got into his turrets yet. That's good. He's going easy on me. I think he's trying to be evasive this time instead. Oh, here come the turrets. It's like the scene in Star Wars where you go, oh, it's quiet, and then suddenly everything breaks loose. Right, let's put all shields up. Okay, beam. Let's get some missiles in there to try and take those shields down. Let's try and keep nice and tucked behind him. Don't keep up the top. So I'm using my vertical thrusters now to try and keep below him, but not too low or too high. I need to keep just in that sweet spot. Let's put some power to my weapons so I can get your shields down. Really need to get your shields down. Let's go. There we are. Right. Now we're on a good position. There we are. 44% hull. I think we're on to a good a winner here. It's quite exciting. 1%. Goodbye, Anaconda.
There we go.
Yes.
You made it look so easy the second
time round.
I was afraid to ask you a question. I was like, I don't know how many times we actually want to go through the same scenario over and over again. Okay. Whilst we load up the next one, let's get some questions in. We've got a question from the forums. It's from Jumbic. Wow. Hard names, guys. Are you going to implement some basic story with in-game events to the game, or is it going to be like EVE, where players make up the story with their actions?
So overall, the story is going to be driven by player. Can you just pause? So
yep,
I load up the scenario a bit too quick there. Yeah, overall, the story will be driven by the events that you guys will be playing. You know, it's going to be driven and directed by you guys. We will have the ability to inject events that will affect community-wide rather than individual. But most of it will be down to what you guys are up to and how you're playing the game will mould what happens in it. So
Awesome. Are you ready to go back in?
I am.
How are you feeling?
Yep, I'm good. So this is
on a positive
incursions.
note.
This is the waves, and it's tricky. It's hard. I'm not going to lie. I'm going to admit something now. I haven't got past, I think, wave 7 or 6. So I'm going to fail pretty terribly tonight. But let's see. Maybe it'll be the time I get through.
We believe in you.
Okay, let's go. Right, resume. So first up is a Fed Fighter. So pretty easy to take out this guy. Let's lock onto him. Beam laser him out. He's got shields, so we'll beam laser his shields down. Put all power to my weapons so they recharge quickly. His shields are down now, so straight to it. Let's get a railgun. Oh, I missed him with the railgun. Let's try one more. There we go, beautiful. Done.
That's not it.
So, no, that was wave 1. That was
Okay.
just wave 1. So, Sidewinder, no shields, so I'm going to be aggressive straight away, get his shields down. He has got shields, sorry, that was my correction. My scan hadn't completed just yet. Let's get his shields down with the beam laser and try to get the railgun on him if he'll fly nice and level. The railgun's very powerful, but requires precise aiming because it's a one-shot hit. So let's try and wait for him to... You can see his vents glowing there as he tries to power away from me. That's all leading into the stealth mechanics.
Okay, I'm going to throw a Twitter question at you.
Yeah.
This one is from keep_scrolling at Trace Weaver. He asks, what are Imperial ships going to be like?
Wait and see. I'm not gonna release any pre about that yet. You're gonna have to wait and see what they're gonna come up and see. Like, you've got a lot more ships to see, so lots of stuff to feast upon soon.
Cool.
Right, 2 more Fed Fighters coming in this time, so it's a bit tricky. I need to be a bit careful so that I don't get caught on a sort of straight and level playing field with another guy coming in and attacking me from behind. So I need to keep moving at all times, trying not to... He's going to come round. Here we go. See, I'm being attacked from behind already, so I'm going to break off that attack.
Question from Jan from the forums. He or she asks, I find all the scenarios easy except incursion. Was that scenario intentionally meant to be hard, or was it for other reasons?
So, we as part of the test, we were trying to introduce a kind of a hardness curve, a difficulty curve, and as always, difficulty curves in all games are very hard to do because what you balance to one person might not be well balanced to someone else. It is one of the last ones that you come to, so partially yes, it was intentionally hard to give you guys some, replayability to come back and see if you can beat them. Some of the guys here get through it quite quickly, and I don't. So that just goes to show that balancing is it's not a known art. It's not black and white. There's lots of grey areas for difficulty.
Cool.
So we've got a Sidewinder now, another Sidewinder coming in. The difficulty with this scenario is the fact that it's a war of attrition. You're constantly being attacked, and you don't have any time to rest. So you have to manage your power very well and make sure that you try and keep your hull up and at 100%. I'm doing well so far with that, and my shields are at full as well. So let's try and use the railgun. Here we go. Oh, he just broke off. He knew I was coming for him, and he jinked out of the way. Right, let's try again. So he keeps... You see how they're powering away to turn back on me, and allow his shields to regenerate as well, which is always a trick. He's coming in. You can see he's boosting, but I managed to break his attack off because I attacked him there as well. Let's go again. Shields down, so we're going straight for it. Let's go. Let's get that beam laser on him. 40%, almost. Come on. 26, very close now. He's trying to have a little bite at me. Throw it back. So you can see his shields are recharging already. So he must have changed his power output to recharge his shields very quickly. You can see they're going up incredibly quickly.
Okay, question from the forums.
Yeah.
This one's from Jumbik again. They ask, exploring new systems, how will you prevent players from jumping to systems that are too far away from the core systems? Is there limited fuel? If yes, can you mine and refine a fuel from an asteroid for while exploring, for example?
So yes, there will be a concept of fuel that we'll integrate and release to the game in the future. So that will limit jumping because you can only jump so far as your fuel will allow, and also that your jump drives will allow as well in the future. And yes, as we introduce the concept of fuel, we'll also introduce the concept of refining fuel in some form out in space, as long as you have the right equipment on your ship. You're going to have to forgive me because I think I missed some of the questions, so if I didn't answer it all properly for you...
do you want me to go through
yeah,
that bit again? Yeah, sure.
I miss any other points?
Okay, so... how will it prevent from jumping to systems that are too away from the core systems?
So that will be limited by...
Limited fuel?
So there'll be a limit of fuel, and then there'll be limits of your jump drives as well.
Okay. And then Jumbik also asked, if yes, can you mine and refine a fuel?
So you can refine, And also, I think the other point that we actually want explorers to go out and push the limits of how far they can get away from the core systems, because who knows what might be out there. So, and I know a lot of people are actually quite looking forward to being explorers in the game and finding out what's out in the galaxy and plotting a course and going for it. So yeah, shields are up again. He's tricky, he's trying to get away from me to get back. Let's get those shields down again. Use beam laser. Here he comes.
I got one more question from Facebook. This is the last one. It's from Peter Augustine. When do we get to see the ship damage modeling? The current alpha build ships all look perfect until they hit 0%. Then you're left with the same wreck parts.
As users of the forum will know, Mike says soon.
Hashtag
no,
soon.
Yes, it will be soon. Yeah. We are working on it. There will be damage models, and it will be released into the game soon. Yeah.
Awesome.
So we've got Lord Fed Fighter here. So far I'm doing okay. I haven't lost any of my hull. My shield's down to 1 ring, so I'm just going to use this break in aggression. So this ship's fairly easy to handle, to let my shields come back up. So I might just not take this guy out straight away, although he's nipping at me. I'm going to try and keep him on the back foot so that he can't nip at me while I recharge that last band around my shields. You can see on the right hand side of my ship, that's indicating my shields, and they're currently 1 layer red, so I need to just let them charge up. Oh, I was too good and destroyed him anyway. That's fine. Let's put some more power to my weapons. Next one, right, so we have 1, 2, 3 ships, 2 Fed Fighters and a Sidewinder. This is normally where things start to go a little bit wrong for me. So why don't we throw a question in as well?
Yeah, that's what I like to
add
hear.
to my stress levels.
Okay, so we got a couple more questions from the forums. They're both from Hab1971.
Yep.
They ask, when hyperspacing from one system to another, will the ship drop into normal space at randomized locations, or will it be within a certain area, and what will be in place to make sure you don't collide with something?
Yes, so that is a problem, a small problem in the current alpha, where you can, if you're hyperspacing somewhere at the same place at the same time, someone can accidentally sort of spawn on top of you. We are working on systems that will randomise those points, and it won't be a problem in the future.
Cool.
Oh, things are going very wrong here. 48%.
You know what? I'm gonna wait before I throw this question at you.
I need to try and get. So I'm going to put all my power to my systems to get my shields back up and running. You can see that they're recharging now. I'm going to try and get away from these guys. Do some barrel rolls. When in doubt, barrel roll away. Okay, 1 more pip on my shields. They're back up. Let's put some more power to my weapons and try and get back around to these guys. So they're all openly aggressive to me. I think it's the Sidewinder's doing quite a bit of damage. So let's go after him. See the trails that will allow me to track where he is. Hopefully won't get stuck in too much of a turning circle here. Yeah, he's trying to pull out of it now, so go after him.
So Hab1971 is also actually watching this stream right now. So hi Hab.
Hi.
We just answered your
Thanks
question
for your questions.
there. Yeah, we got one more from him.
Yeah.
I'm going to throw it out now. In the scenarios, there are combat tests where the AI does present a bit of a challenge, requiring people to man up. Quotations, man up.
Yeah, I think I'm experiencing that now.
Yeah.
Yep.
Is this level of AI expected to be throughout the universe?
Absolutely, yeah. There'll be varying levels of AI throughout the universe. Some that you may really want to stay clear of. Some of them that might be easy pickings, and if you're playing that kind of game and maybe you're a bit of a pirate or someone, then maybe you just go after them. So yeah, there'll be varying levels of AI abilities throughout the galaxy for you to explore, find and try and battle. If you want to, of course.
Awesome.
Right, his shields are coming back online. My shields are online though, so I'm not doing too bad. 15% hull, so I'm living life on the edge here. Right, let's try and get a... Oh, my railgun is not powered up because I haven't got enough power to my weapons. So let's keep trying to take him out. You can see that my cockpit's cracked as well, so I'm on the very limit of damage on my cockpit. Oh, shields are flying. Right, so I'm down to 2 sidewinders. I've got, sorry, 2 Fed fighters. I've got rid of the sidewinder, but these guys are making it very hard for me. Where is he? See, they're very nimble, very quick to get behind me. Here's one of them. Let's try and get rid of this guy. He's going to come round.
You can do this.
My shields are recharging. I've got almost full powers of my shields. Let's just make sure I have now. Shields are up. Right, so put some more power to my weapons. And let's turn from defense to offense. So I've got 2 fixed weapons on my ship at the moment. No gimbal mounts. So gimbal mounts allow a small amount of auto aim, which help. At the moment I'm having to be really precise with my aiming because there's no additional help from that. Gimbal mounts will be things available for you to buy in the game, which you have to trade off for power of weapon with ease of aiming. Oh, his shields are coming online. Can I get rid of him before his shields? Yes, that's one guy.
Nice. Look at you go.
Right. Last but not least, let's put just 3% hull.
That's all you need, though, right? That's all you need.
Yeah. That'll be fine. That'll be fine. Here we go. Last guy. Another Fed fighter, the last one. Let's get rid of his shields. Let's put some more power to my weapons because he's on the run. My shields are up, so that's okay. I can leave them alone, but I need all power to my weapons. There we go.
There we go.
Right,
Not
so
bad.
straight into the
How many have we
wave
got
at 8.
left? Whoa, okay.
So there's another 2 after this. So this is 4 Fed fighters.
Well, we'd be happy to hear. I'm out of questions, so.
Righto. So
Although we did have
through
something
this.
come in Twitch.
Yeah.
Psycalco. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. Apologies if I'm not. He was asking if we could turn fight assists off, which I think personally you should.
Okay, let's do it.
Here we go.
I'm not very good without flight assist,
Yeah.
so this is going to end very badly, but let's see what happens.
That's what the fans want.
That's what the fans want, and I'm here for you guys, so thanks for being a bit mean to me, but let's try it. So, let's flip up. I can't get this guy. Oh, shields are going. Oh. Ah, okay, that's okay, because I'm without flight assist, they're finding it quite hard to get hold of me as well, which is good. Which is good. I'm more of a traditional flight man, as you've witnessed so far throughout this Twitch stream. But I have seen some of the fan-made videos of combat using flight assist off, and it looks beautiful. So well done, guys, at mastering the systems. One of the designers, Mike, I think you guys know him from the forums, he's quite good at without flight assist as well. Here we go, that's the sound of my ultimate demise.
You gave it your best shot.
I did.
I'm proud of you.
I'm not proud of myself.
No.
I'm not proud of myself.
You gave it your best shot. Do we have anything else left? Or?
We've got factions,
Sure.
but I think we'll leave it there for tonight.
Yeah.
I think we've got through a lot of your questions, so thank you very much for sending them in.
Yep. So yeah, huge thanks to everyone for tuning in tonight. That is it. I want to say huge thanks to everyone tuning in, and stay tuned to our social networks for further updates on Elite Dangerous. You can follow us on Twitter at Elite Dangerous, and on our Facebook page, which is www.facebook.com/Elite Dangerous Official. Okay, so that's it from myself. Goodbye, Adam. Say goodbye.
Thanks very much for watching and joining us tonight, guys. It's been a lot of fun. Thank you.
Cool. Keep flying, Commanders. Till next time, take it easy.
See ya.